NRATV with Colion Noir.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Seeing Live. I'm Colion Noir. Our first guest is Jason Brown. He's with the NRA and he's here to tell us about a new event. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, Colion. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a wonderful day here in Dallas. It's beautiful outside, so I don't have really many complaints.
Not so nice here in Northern Virginia. It's been cloudy for it seems like 6 months, but yeah, we'll take it.
So sorry to mean to rub it in.
That's okay.
So tell us about this new expo.
All right, we've got a great event coming up in August, Colion. It's the inaugural NRA Carry Guard Expo. And obviously, lately, NRA Carry Guard has been the topic of discussion. It's been the big push. We're excited about launching Carry Guard, and there's really no better way to get word about Carry Guard out and about personal protection as an issue than to build an immersive event completely dedicated to personal protection and self-defense. And who better than the National Rifle Association to be able to pull that off? So that's exactly what we've done. It's going to be held August 25th through the 27th up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Wisconsin Center. Again, it's the inaugural Carry Guard Expo. It's going to be a really good time. It's the first show that we've done that focuses solely on personal protection, self-defense. It's going to be 3 days long, an educational, interactive experience. We're bringing in the best experts in self-defense, personal protection from across the world, the best vendors offering products, training, services. Of course, you can learn about NRA Carry Guard on site. It's going to be an event like no one's ever seen before, and we're really looking forward to being able to put that on here this summer in Milwaukee and hopefully continue to offer that around the country moving forward.
Wow, that's incredible. So so for people who are not really understanding the distinction, how does this differ from, say, your SHOT Shows or your or your annual meetings in terms of this particular convention?
When you think about the annual meetings as the big annual celebration of the Second Amendment, of all of our gun rights, of the organization. It's where members come from across the country to celebrate who we are as an organization, what we do, see the latest and greatest from culture. It's the big all-encompassing shooting, sports, firearms, and Second Amendment show. But the NRA Carry Guard Expo is going to be more focused than that. You know, the vendors, the products, the training, the education, the seminars. Everything about this NRA Carry Guard Expo is going to be completely tailored to personal protection, to self-defense, to helping educate, empower, and train Americans to be able to protect themselves, give them the tools, give them the skills, give them the education they need. And obviously, NRA Carry Guard is the premier firearms training and insurance program that promotes personal protection and self-defense in this country. There's no better way to bring this concept full circle than to celebrate the invent of this new product that we're offering and this culture, this education that went this expo here upcoming in August.
Gotcha. So now for me, since I've actually gone through the Carry Guard program, I've been intimately familiar with it. I tend to have a false sense of I have a false correlation of me understanding it and thinking everybody else does. So for people who don't understand, what is Carry Guard, and just kind of break that down for them a little bit.
Well, NRA Carry Guard is the one-stop shop for personal protection needs. In the event that you need to utilize your firearm in a self-defense scenario, you could do everything right and still get hemmed up by the law and still have to face criminal or civil consequences after you utilize your firearm in a self-defense scenario. Like, you think you're doing everything the way you're supposed to do. What Carry Guard does is it's a two-part program. It not only offers you world-class training from the best military experts possible to give you training that is much like you'd experience in a real situation. This isn't just standing in line on the range and using your firearm and understanding how it works. No, this is immersive training. It's going to put you into uncomfortable situations to make you realize just how dynamic and fast-paced an environment could be in which you're going to have to defend yourselves and those you love. The training is world-class. It is unparalleled. We've worked for months and months and months on this training, and we feel that it's the best possible training available. But not only that, Carry Guard offers insurance backed by Lockton Financial, and what this does is this is insurance for you to know that if you need to use your firearm in a self-defense scenario, After the incident's over, the experience may not be.
Yeah.
You're still going to need to possibly defend yourself, and Colion, you know this,
Yep.
in a court of law. You may need to defend yourself against a civil trial. What CarryGuard does is it gives the user, the CarryGuard holder, the peace of mind to know that in those incidents, they are going to be taken care of. There are 3 levels of coverage: bronze, silver, and gold. More details are available at NRACarryGuard.com. I encourage everyone who's watching right now, whether you're a firearm owner or not, if you're a concealed carrier or not, please go look at NRACarryGuard.com and read about this program. It's not only training, it's not just insurance. It is a complete 360-degree experience to help protect those who are trying to protect themselves in worst-case scenarios.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you may have already mentioned it before, but so with this expo, this is entirely and utterly open to the public, correct?
Absolutely. This is not just open to NRA members. This is open to the public. We want this to be something where everybody who's curious about personal protection, self-defense, who may not know anything at all, I mean, from the absolute novice to the most seasoned veteran professional, there's going to be something at this expo for them to take in, for them to learn, products for them to see and to try out, classes for them to go to, whether, again, at that very basic and beginner level, or for the folks who have been around the block and know what they're doing. Learning never stops, and CarryGuard Expo is going to unite all of these different levels of training and expertise from across the board in one spot, like it's never been done before.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of anything of the sort. It's going to be really interested. I'm really interested to see the presentations from different manufacturers, because it does kind of in many ways force them to put their best concealed carry foot forward. And as you and I both know that, we're in a day and age now where concealed carry guns are one of the main focuses for a lot of consumers out there when they're buying and looking for a firearm. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that, just to see the dynamic, because everything has its own little feel. SHOT Show has its feel. Annual Meetings has its feel. So I really, really looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out in the field, especially considering that I'm very heavily focused on the concealed carry aspect of just firearm ownership altogether. And by and large, how I largely came into the gun world was through the vein of concealed carry. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure you are too, and I have the same level of excitement in many ways.
Absolutely, Colion. I mean, there are more than 15 million Americans in the United States right now that are concealed firearms permit holders.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even factor in the Americans in states where you don't need a permit, which, come on, you really shouldn't need a permit.
Privilege.
But it's countless numbers of Americans who are every day deciding that their safety and their personal protection is their responsibility. You can't rely on anybody else to do this for you. And that's kind of the ethos behind CarryGuard and behind the CarryGuard Expo. We want to be the premier destination for Americans who understand their rights to come get the training, get the education, get the resources, and then get that insurance through the CarryGuard program, just to give them the peace of mind that they've done everything right. We want to make sure that they walk away from this unscathed, and that's what this program and this expo is built to do.
Absolutely. Now, at this particular expo, can people expect to be able to go to like different seminars and things of the sort, or was it just merely kind of like it was just a presentation?
Oh, no. I mean, Colion, there's so much planned. Details are going to be available on NRACarryGuardExpo.com in the coming weeks. We expect to announce more and more details. But I can tell you that some of the seminar topics that are going to be there through the 3 days include concealed carry methods and tactics, clearly, active threat control. There's going to be product selection and skills building, creating home defense plans. There's so many different elements of what personal protection and, what that means from a holistic concept. All of those experts are going to be at this expo putting on seminars, teaching those who come this kind of complete 360-degree approach to how to defend yourself and your family in a litany of situations. This isn't just a concealed carry expo.
Yeah.
This is personal defense from across the gamut. Less than lethal devices and less than lethal training is going to be available. I mean, you could look at this and say, well, this is clearly geared around concealed carry, around the trend, and that's hard to deny, so we won't. But the fact of the matter is, this show is about the entire gamut of what it means to be able to defend yourself in a worst-case scenario, regardless of what that means, whether you're completely unarmed or whether you're a law-abiding concealed carry permit holder who is going to have to deploy their firearm in a self-defense situation. We want our folks to be able to know that in those situations they have the training and they know the resources that are available to help them get out of that situation, that's unscathed, alive, and to live another day.
Awesome, awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Initially, I looked at it through the vein of just concealed carry. I think it's even better that it's a lot broader than that. That encompasses just the idea of personal protection all the way around. And it also causes me to beg the question. You have so many people on the other side, a lot of anti-gunners who talk about, oh, we're for the Second Amendment. We just want responsible gun owners. We don't have a problem with people defending themselves. But yet, you don't see them putting on programs like this. If they were really honest about their desires, I could see them easily putting on a program like this. Well, no, we want responsible gun owners, so we're going to put on a program that espouses that whole notion and the idea of developing responsible concealed carriers. No, instead they like to focus on restricting our rights with respect to that. So I have to applaud everything about this expo, and I wish it the best of luck.
Thanks, Colion. Again, this is just the latest in a long line of NRA initiatives that are designed with real solutions for real problems. Rather than argue and bicker and stammer around and throw political, rhetoric around trying to fix problems, the NRA has consistently, since 1871, come up with real-world solutions to the problems that plague our country, whether it's our Refuse to Be a Victim program, whether it's the Eddie Eagle Gun Safe program, the leading child gun safety program in the United States, or programs now like NRA Carry Guard and this Expo. The NRA has always been committed to building safer communities through training, through education. We're going to continue to do that. And the NRA Carry Guard Expo is just the latest evolution in the way that the NRA is helping law-abiding citizens exercise their rights in a way that's going to help them thrive, survive, and get out alive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Jason. It was an absolute pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to seeing how this expo does.
We'll see you next time, Colion. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Man.
Thanks, man. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to talk to Laura Carno about a new program to arm and train school teachers.